Hey guys, we are in for a rough week here. I don't know if this is winter's last hurrah, but I sure hope so. So we've been preparing all week for this. We've got water hoses drug inside into the garage so that hopefully water is a big problem. We're having a winter storm blow through. Water is always a big problem, and so just trying to make sure water hoses can at least have water flowing through them. We have some frost-free hydrants. Seems like those only work down to a certain temperature. So we will see. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. I'm not milking this week simply because I use the barn to separate cows and calves, and I want everyone access to barns and shelters and all the things. So I've got a few new animals I want to show you guys. I also want to show you guys we found what we think is going to make our egg production pick back up, and I want to share that in case you're having the same trouble. Maybe your egg production is way down, and if you haven't noticed, eggs are in a shortage at the store and they're very expensive. So if you're feeding chickens and not getting many eggs, stay tuned. Look at these cuties. So we bought 4 ewes. They're all female sheep, hair sheep, Katahdin type variety. Pigs are out too, wanting to be fed. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some lambs. You might be like, well, why did you do that? Do you just need more to do? And the fact is, with our market, we're trying to provide good, healthy food, and lamb is just something people are looking for. Clean fed lamb, grass grazed. And so that's why we got these Katahdin variety. They're good grass grazers. They've already been out grazing in the pasture they're in. I'm gonna go get the pigs and the sheep fed and show you some more new animals. Really hope y'all can hear me with the wind like it is today. But we have 5 milk cows now. We culled our herd down to only have A2 cows. And so that's what we have. They have all now calved. I'm going to take you out here and show you the latest one. It was a near catastrophe, but thankfully everything worked out okay. So this cow, we actually call her Jeff. Her name is Pyrenees. That's her registered name. It's a funny story how we landed on the name Jeff, but she was a first-time heifer, so a lot of times they have trouble. She calved and had her like a champ. It's a little registered heifer. She's right here, you can see her. That's the one that's just above her in age, that was born in December. And then this little one was born, 2 weeks ago. And she had her, we were watching her. She was a week earlier than she was supposed to be, but we knew she was gonna calve that evening. Went in for a little bit to leave her alone and come back out. Came back out and she had her, no problems. She was cleaning her off. So that's when we kind of back off and let nature take its course. Let her get up and the mom not be stressed and all that. Came out first thing the next morning, and she had never nursed and she was very weak. She's a pretty good sized calf for as small as her mom is. So I don't know if, really don't know if like she was just, the calf herself was just kind of worn out from being born or what, but she just was very weak, close to dead at that point. I wound up having to tube feed her and get her going, but once we did, she has taken off. She is having a bathroom break right now, but she is so cute. Look at her little underbite, it's so cute. Hey girl, you on camera? Yeah, she's just thriving. Her mom is back here in the barn, right back there. Hey Jeff. She's about the friendliest cow ever. Obviously, here's Miracle. This is Rosemary. And this is Jeff. She is a sweetie. Okay, out of all those chickens, we are getting like a dozen eggs, maybe a dozen and a half on a good day. That is crazy. So our local feed mill, the chicken feed, the layer feed is 16% protein. They also make what is called a game bird crumble, and we have switched to that. It's more expensive, but we thought, hey, let's give it a little try, see if that helps. And in one day, our egg production was like 5 times as much. So I don't know, but I know that jump started them. Now, if you did that when you were going into winter, I don't know. But here, our days are starting to get longer. Yours probably are too. Our sunsets are later, and we're gaining daylight all the time. So that is playing in our favor as well. And the jump starter protein, I feel like we're on the right track. So it's called Game Bird Lay Crumble where we're at, 22%, but there's probably just a higher protein chicken feed where you're at. Who knows what it's called, but check into that. It could make all the difference. All right, I've got the steers fed. There's hay put out all around in preparation for the winter weather, and we're about to hop back in the truck and head back to the house. I'm cold, if you can't tell from how red my nose is right now. One thing I did want to address before we sign off of here is I have had several videos now that have brought in a wider range of an audience. And first off, if you're new here, I just want to say welcome. Also, I have been criticized pretty heavily on some of the last few videos. I've been called a Democrat, a Republican, a MAGA supporter, a liberal, and everything you can imagine. So that brings up the question of politics here on our channel. And we don't speak about politics here on our channel, if you've noticed that. The reason being, I've never seen someone speak in what usually turns out to be sarcasm when people start speaking on politics and have any effect in a positive direction on bringing people over to your thoughts. Am I hiding from sharing what my political beliefs are? No. But just because on the last few videos that speaks for itself, some of the things that I've presented, ideas I've had, just in farming in general, people think I believe one way or another. You know why that is? Because we all have all of our life experiences, all of our things that are going on in our life. Just farming, for example, when I spoke about greenhouses, people assumed that I was in support of people not working and living off welfare. So there's that. But there's been other things that I've said that makes people think I believe something differently. And so the reason I'm not going to tell you what to think or what to believe is because you probably already believe what you're going to believe. I don't have your life experiences. We're not talking about sharing the gospel here. I think people confuse the two. We're talking about politicians. And there are some good politicians, but I'm just going to be honest. Someone who's made it super high up in the ranks of politics, and I don't care which side they're on, we're probably not going to share a whole lot of the same values just because of the fact of them making politics their career. I'm sorry for saying that, but that is truly how I feel. So there is no Democrat, Republican, anyone like that is going to save you. Jesus is the answer to everything. And so that is what I will speak about here on my channel. And you can criticize me all you want, but just people wanting me to get on here and talk politics just for the sake of wanting to know is not because they really care and want to change their beliefs. They just want to know. And so that's why I won't do it. When I do feel like there's things I should speak up about, I will most definitely do that. When I do have a platform and I have what I feel like is a word to share that I feel like is anointed and given from the Lord and prompted by the Holy Spirit, I most definitely do share. And I would love to sit down with someone over a cup of coffee and talk about things, But me blasting my opinions on a basically farming homestead channel on such a divisive subject right now in America is really just not helpful, if you ask me. And like I said a few minutes ago, sharing your political views in a sarcastic way is in no way the same thing as sharing the love of Jesus. So don't confuse the two, and don't think just because people don't want to talk politics that they don't stand up for what they believe in. I'll see you guys later. And don't feel sorry for me. I've been called everything under the sun since starting this YouTube channel. It comes with the territory. It makes you grow thick skin, which is not such a bad thing. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.